Hey guys, back again. I know this will be a quick video highlighting a new part I got from LMR. It's probably ordered it, I think, on the first day it came out. I'm sure I wasn't the first person to order it, but definitely put in my order on the first day. It showed up a few days later. All right, let's get this thing opened up and check out what's inside. So we have hot off the press, or hot out of the mold machine, a brand new rear hatch interior plastic panel. All right, I know the lighting will be a little weird, but here is our new black panel for the rear hatch. This rear hatch plastic trim panel that they just released. I think I said this in the last video when I did a quick unboxing, that I've been trying to find one of these in good shape, an original OEM black one, for several years now. I've asked on some videos, I've asked on some Facebook groups. I've come across one or two in the past, but the people that had them for sale did not want to ship them because trying to find a box or make a box big enough, they just didn't want to do it, even though I offered to pay pretty much a premium to get them to try to ship it to me. They wouldn't do it. My old panel that came with this car, it had lots of deep scratches and gouges in it from years of, stuff rattling around and sliding in the back, back when these cars were just everyday drivers, not stored and babied like they are today. I just couldn't fix that. I didn't want to sand it down and have smooth spots and lose the texture. And when LMR just released these new replica or reproduction panels, I jumped on the chance to get one. This is not an all original OEM low mile car. There's almost nothing left on my Mustang that is factory original. From the interior to the suspension to the brakes to the engine to the paint. I mean, everything is not original. So I'm all about wanting something that looks nice and more than trying to keep the original pieces on the car. So here's a quick install video and show you how it came out for me and what the part looks like. Overall, I'm thrilled to have a new panel back there, and it matches the new rear lower trim pieces that I added just a few videos ago to the hatch. So everything's looking way better now on the inside back there, and couldn't be happier. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one. And just like that, a couple days later, another box in the mail, LMR. Let's show you guys what I should have ordered the first time around, but didn't figure it out until after I had hit the button and made my first order. So you see right here, we've got a hatch rear spoiler installation kit. And the main reason I got it is for some of these grommets, and let me show you why. So I've already got the old rear trim panel off of here. If you watch my video from a few weeks back, you'll see where I took it off to do the sound deadener in these areas here. If you're like me at all, you're kind of always starving for new Foxbody content on YouTube, and if you watch enough of it, you know that most of the main creators we watch, they don't spit out multiple videos every day or every week. And so you kind of consume it pretty quick, and you're always searching, looking for more. And LMR had released their new video, and part of it's an install. Just because I like watching Foxbody videos, and more specifically how-to and project videos. That's what I really enjoy. I watched their video and they went through the new product and how to install it. And I had to rewind the video a couple of times because what I had noticed, but never knew before, is all of these holes inside behind that plastic panel are supposed to have grommets in them, and my car's never had the grommets in those spots. And it also showed this little notch right here for the wire that goes to your rear defrost. It showed those little notches on both ends. And I was like, well, why do they have them on both ends when you only have one wire? Because I have this wire right here that goes to a connector on your window glass for the defrost. But I didn't have anything on this side. And you can see I do now because I was watching their video and realized, well, crap, I should have another wire because I've never used my rear defrost since I own the car. It never goes outside in the cold weather. So I pulled this plug out and fished all my wiring out. And sure enough, there was a wire tucked in there, a heavy gauge single wire up inside here that I fished out, got out the right hole. I made myself a little grommet, cut a hole in it to hold it in place. I found the clip. I had to retape it because it was falling apart. It went into this hole here that was already there for this clip, and then I plugged it in to the connector on the glass. So as I'm watching their video and realizing all that is when I see all their holes in their car on the video had grommets in it. And just to show everyone what's left in the box here, on top of getting that grommet kit, I also decided to go ahead and get a new Cobra insert for the front bumper that I'm going to have to paint. And I got the one that comes with the black chrome pony because I have black chrome rims, and that'll be a good match. And then it comes with 3M tape as well. I didn't even realize it came with that. I'm glad I didn't go ahead and buy more because I was going to. And that's everything in there. Let's get this panel ready for install and see how much better it looks instead of my old gray one that had been painted to try to match. And like I said in the other preview video, when you order this new hatch panel, it does come with your Christmas tree clips already. With the order, you do not have to order those separate. So we're gonna plug those, snap those in real quick. Okay, got all those in. Let's take our new hardware right here and go install this. I want to kind of give everyone a comparison of the grain in the plastic. So on the oh my God. And let's try this again with the heater off. So as a comparison of the grain, the left one is my original 87 that was gray and painted black. So that's why it's shinier. It doesn't have as much of a matte finish as the LMR panel on the right. I'm sure that if you had an OEM black panel, it would be probably more closely matched to the LMR instead of the one that I've painted. But if you notice, as I just slowly scroll down with the camera, you can kind of see a pattern repeat over and over. And I'll point it out this time. So on the LMR panel, I first noticed it when I unboxed this. I never noticed anything like it on my original panel, but when do you ever really stare at it out of the vehicle looking at the wood grain or at the mold grain, right? So you can kind of see bands that repeat over and over again in the graining. You know, how the supplier made the tool that they mold this with. And at first I noticed it, I was like, oh, well, that's weird. That's not really the same as my original panel. But now that I've got them side by side, and hopefully the camera will pick it up since this is shinier, but you can see definitely there are repeating sections just like the LMR panel. Some of them repeat with horizontal rows that are offset over and over again. And then there's also repeating angled here and here and here and here. So every few inches you've got repeating horizontal lines here, and then they're kind of staggered, and then you've got repeating angle lines all the way down. So on the LMR panel, you can definitely, if the angle of the light is just right, you can see the horizontal that's repeating, but it's more of like a full band instead of dashed lines maybe. And then the angles are there as well, and they repeat in between the horizontal bands, so every couple of lines. So it's really very similar. It's just something I never noticed before, and it's kind of hard to tell, again, because this is much more shinier and I can't get the light. It needs to be bright enough to see it, but not so bright that the shiny overshadows everything else. So definitely, as I'm looking at just the grain, not necessarily the shininess or the color, but just the grain, it's very similar, and definitely the OEM has those repeating lines over and over again, just like the LMR. Anyway, interesting thing, you know, there's still stuff to notice on these cars after all these years that I haven't noticed before. Okay, it might be a little harder to hear me with the camera farther away from me, but I needed a spot to get more in view. So real quick, we all know how to install these. We got these Christmas tree clips. They're gonna line up with these holes. You're gonna push them in first. You've got the wire now on both sides for the defrost, if you come with defrost, and you're gonna line them up with these notches so that they sit inside the grooves. I'm just gonna get a couple of ribs of the Christmas tree clips started. I don't need to get them pushed in all the way quite yet. Then we're gonna take our screws and the shorter screws go on the outside. Just get them started, and then the longer screws go on the inner holes. All right, now at this point, I'm not going to use this as a battery operated tool anymore. I'm just going to use it by hand and twist it. All you want to do is see that the gap of the panels fill in, and that you're not starting to bow or push in the plastic that's going to create a dimple, and you just kind of feel it tighten up. And I'm going to do that on all of these. It's real easy to over tighten them, and then you'll have this perfectly deformed or permanently deformed spot in your plastic. So I just can't stand to see that. I make sure that it's not too tight to cause it. And that's all there is to it, guys. So everything looks much better now with this being replaced. I'm pretty happy. Man, that looks so much better. And now I've got the new rear panel, and I've got the new rear inside lower panels. I have a video on those a few videos back. Everything is looking great now in the hatch area. So let's take a look real quick at what I took out of the car. I had a gray hatch cover from my 87, and it was painted black. You can see what I'm talking about, how these have been over tightened over the years, and it really caves in the plastic panel.